Listen to me. There is a disease plaguing the modern man. It is not a disease of the body, but a cancer of the spirit. It is the disease of excessive civilization. You walk into the bedroom. You are respectful. You are kind. You have read the manuals on consent, which are necessary for the law, but poisonous for the soul if you do not understand the nuance. You lay down next to a woman you desire, a woman who has chosen to be there with you, and then you become a bureaucrat.
Is this okay?
Can I touch you here? Do you like this? Are you comfortable? You think you are being a good guy. You think you are being respectful, but look at her eyes. Look closer. Pause for effect. The light is fading. Her breathing remains steady. She is answering you. Yes, that's fine. But she is not feeling you. You have turned a primal, chaotic, transcendent act of fusion into a customer service interaction. You are not her lover in that moment. You are a polite roommate asking if he can borrow the milk. And it is boring her to tears. Welcome to the Forbidden Masterclass. Today, we are going to dissect the psychology of desire, the philosophy of the shadow, and the Machiavellian truth about what actually creates attraction in the dark. This is not dating advice. This is a dissection of human nature. If you are easily offended, or if you believe that politeness is the highest form of virtue, leave now. Go back to your safe, sterile life. But if you want to understand why the nice guy finishes last and usually finishes alone, stay. If you are ready to hear the truths that society whispers but never speaks, hit the like button right now. Signal to the algorithm that you are not afraid of the dark. Let us consult the masters. Immanuel Kant spoke of the categorical imperative, doing duty for duty's sake. The modern man behaves like a Kantian in the bedroom. He follows the rules. He checks the boxes. But desire is not Kantian. Desire is Nietzschean. Desire is the will to power. When you constantly ask for permission during intimacy, can I kiss you? Can I take your shirt off? You think you are being considerate, but psychologically, you are doing something very different. You are outsourcing the risk. Think about it. To make a move is to risk rejection. To grab her waist without asking is to risk being told no. By asking, can I? You are forcing her to take the leadership role. You are forcing her to say, yes, proceed. You are placing the burden of the interaction's momentum onto her shoulders. You are saying, I am too afraid to lead, so please, sign this permit so I can feel safe. Safety is the antithesis of arousal. Consider Napoleon Bonaparte. When he returned from Elba, did he ask the French army, is it okay if I become your emperor again? No. He walked out to the line of fire, opened his coat, and said, if there is any man here who would kill his emperor, here I am. He presented a reality. He did not ask for permission to exist. In the bedroom, the woman does not want a child asking for authorization. She wants a force of nature. Now, do not misunderstand me. This is where the fools will twist my words. I am not speaking of non-consensual acts. I am speaking of implicit via explicit communication. When you ask, you break the trance. The human brain has two modes: the executive function, logic, planning, verbal processing, and the limbic system, emotion, sensation, instinct. Every time you ask a question, is this okay? You force her to leave her limbic system. You drag her kicking and screaming back into her executive function. She has to stop feeling, process your words, analyze the situation, formulate a verbal response, and speak. You have just turned the lights on in the cinema, right at the climax of the movie. The nice guy is terrified of his own shadow. He is terrified of his own aggression. So he neuters himself. He creates a buffer of words between his desire and her body. The nice guy believes his politeness is moral. It is not. It is cowardice disguised as virtue. He is afraid to be a man, so he acts like a boy, hoping she will pat him on the head. Ask yourself right now, in your last relationship, were you the leader, or were you the applicant filling out forms? Comment leader or applicant below. Be honest. The first step to power is admitting your own weakness. Niccolo Machiavelli wrote, it is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both. In the context of intimacy, let us translate fear. We do not mean terror. We mean awe. We mean respect. We mean the feeling you get when you stand near the edge of a cliff or watch a thunderstorm. It is beautiful, but it is dangerous. It commands your attention because it is powerful. The nice guy is harmless. A harmless man is not a good man. A harmless man is a weak man. A good man is a dangerous man who has his danger under voluntary control. How do you manifest this? You must understand the architecture of tension. The nice guy rushes to relieve tension. If there is silence, he speaks. If there is a pause, he fidgets. He wants to get to the yes as fast as possible to relieve his anxiety. The master builds tension. Imagine a bow and arrow. The power is not in the release. The power is in the draw. The further you pull the string back, the more potential energy you create. The technique of the freeze next time. Instead of asking, "Can I kiss you?" move 90% of the way there. And then stop, freeze, look her in the eyes, do not say a word, breathe. In that silence, you are communicating something profound. You are saying, "I am in control of myself. I am not desperate. I am choosing this, and I am giving you the space to choose it too, without words." This is the psychological concept of the Zeigarnik effect. The brain remembers uncompleted tasks better than completed ones. By not closing the gap immediately, you create a psychological loop in her mind. She needs you to close the gap. Now, she is not thinking about her laundry. She is not thinking about her work. She is thinking only of the 10% of space between your lips and hers. You have captured her focus. You have dominated her attention. Sun Tzu said, "The supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. The supreme art of seduction is to induce surrender without asking." When you hold that gaze, you are stripping away the social mask. You are looking at the animal underneath. Most men look at a woman's body. A strategist looks at her nervous system. Is her breathing shallow? Is her pupil dilated? Is she leaning in or pulling back? The nice guy is too busy thinking about his next line to notice these things. The strategist is silent, observing, calculating. This brings us to the mechanics. The nice guy relies on verbal consent because he is illiterate in the language of the body. He is blind. You must become a master of non-verbal intelligence. I have analyzed the texts, the FBI interrogation manuals, the works on micro-expressions. The principles of detecting deception are the same as detecting desire. It is all about the leakage of the subconscious. You do not need to ask, "Is this okay?" if you know how to read the answers written on her skin. Signal 1. The proxemic shift. Edward Hall defined proxemics, the study of personal space. We have an intimate zone to 18 inches. When you enter this zone, the body reacts automatically. If she flinches, freezes in a rigid way, or creates a barrier crossing arms, you stop. You back off. You do not ask, "Is something wrong?" You simply calibrate. You step too close, too fast. But if she melts, if her chin tilts up, if her neck is exposed, that is a scream. That is a louder yes than any word could ever be. Signal 2. The mirroring of breath. This is a technique used by hypnotists. Pace and lead. Match her breathing. If she is breathing fast, you breathe fast. Then, slowly deepen your breath. If she follows you, if her breath slows down to match yours, you have established rapport. You are physiologically linked. Once you are linked, you do not ask permission. You move, and she moves with you. It is a dance, not a negotiation. Signal 3. The pupil response. Hess's law. Eckhart Hess found that pupils dilate when looking at a stimulus that arouses interest. It is an autonomic response. It cannot be faked. If you are hovering over her, and her eyes are black saucers asking, "Do you want this?" is an insult to her biology. She is already screaming yes. The nice guy ignores all this because he is focused on his performance. Am I doing it right? Does she like me? The dominant man focuses on her reality. Stop looking for a yes. Start looking for openness.
Open body language, open palms.
Exposed neck, closed body language, crossed legs, tucked chin. If you see closed, you do not push. You do not whine. You withdraw your energy. This is the push-pull dynamic. When you withdraw, you create a vacuum. Nature outpours a vacuum. She will often move to fill it, but you must be willing to walk away. The man who is willing to walk away holds all the power in the negotiation. If you are desperate, you are blind. I want you to try this. Next time you are in a conversation, simply stop talking and hold eye contact for 3 seconds longer than is comfortable. Watch what happens. The person who breaks contact first is the submissive one. Are you brave enough to hold it? Subscribe if you want to learn how to master the unspoken war. So, how do we fix this? How do you kill the nice guy? Without becoming a predator, you change your grammar. You shift from the interrogative mode, questioning, to the imperative mode, commanding, or the declarative mode, stating. Instead of, "Can I kiss you?" use, "I want to kiss you." Feel the difference. "Can I kiss you?" puts the responsibility on her. It is weak. It begs for validation. "I want to kiss you" is a statement of your reality. It is vulnerable, yet powerful. You are stating your desire and letting her react to it. If she wants it, she will lean in. If she doesn't, she will pull back. You get the same answer, but in one version, you are a beggar. In the other, you are a man. Instead of, "Do you like this?" insecure, use, "Tell me if you want me to stop." So confident, Safi, or better yet, watch her body. If she is arching her back, do not ask if she likes it. You know she likes it. To ask is to doubt her own expression. The philosophy of the sovereign. A king does not ask the peasantry if his laws are just. He decrees them. But a wise king observes the happiness of his people. You must be a wise king. You lead. You initiate. But you are hyper-vigilant to her reaction. This is the balance. High aggression, initiative, plus high empathy, calibration. The nice guy has high empathy but low aggression. The jerk predator has high aggression but low empathy. The master has both. He initiates the kiss with confidence, aggression. But he feels the slightest hesitation in her lip and stops immediately, empathy. This is what women mean when they say they want a dangerous man. They mean a man who is capable of havoc, but disciplined enough to be gentle. As Jordan Peterson says, you should be a monster, and then you should learn how to control it. A rabbit is not virtuous because it doesn't eat you. It's a rabbit, it can't eat you. A lion that treats you gently, that is virtue. In the bedroom, do not be the rabbit, be the disciplined lion. We must go deeper, into the dark. Carl Jung spoke of the shadow, the repressed, dark side of the personality. Society tells men to repress their shadow. Be nice, be soft, be harmless, but deep down, in the evolutionary core of the female brain, a brain that evolved over millions of years of survival, there is a craving for competence and strength. Why do 50 Shades of Grey and dark romance novels sell billions of copies? Because women are bored of the nice guy. The
nice guy
is safe, but he is not exciting. He offers no relief from the burden of existence. When a man takes control, consensually, implicitly, forcefully, he is offering the woman a vacation from her own agency. For 20 minutes, she does not have to decide. She does not have to plan. She does not have to be the CEO, the mother, the organizer. She can just be. She can surrender to your flow. But she cannot surrender if you are constantly asking her for directions. Where should I put my hand? Is this speed okay? You are making her drive the car from the passenger seat? The philosophical truth, to take control is an act of service. Read that again. Dominance, properly executed, is an act of service. You are taking the weight of the interaction onto your shoulders. You are risking the rejection. You are expending the energy to calibrate and lead. You are creating the container in which she can experience her own pleasure without responsibility. The nice guy is selfish. He wants her to reassure him that he is doing a good job. The dominant man is generous. He gives her the gift of his certainty. The transition from the nice guy to the sovereign man is painful. It requires you to kill the part of you that needs everyone to like you. You must accept that you are a sexual being with dark, primal desires. And that is not a sin. That is your fuel. Michelangelo looked at a block of marble and said, "I saw the angel in the marble and carved until I set him free." You must look at the interaction with a woman not as a contract to be signed, but as a block of marble to be carved. You must chip away the awkwardness, the hesitation, the societal programming, until you reveal the raw, honest connection underneath. Do not be the roommate. Do not be the bureaucrat. Do not be the beggar. Be the artist. Be the general. Be the man. Study the silence. Master the pause. Read the body. And for the love of God, stop asking for permission to exist. Take your place in the world. If this lecture challenged your worldview, good. Growth is uncomfortable. I have recommended readings in the description on body language and dark psychology. Study them. Knowledge is ammunition. Next week, we dismantle the savior complex. You do not want to miss it. Subscribe. And remember, the most dangerous thing you can be is capable.